Good day. Welcome to our business development session. And today we're looking at the topic product breakdown or revenue breakdown. When you're managing a business, you need to break down your revenue into different segmentation so that you are able to manage your business accordingly and you are able to manage each revenue segment on its own. Product breakdown or revenue breakdown in terms of major segments, it's very, very important for a business to be able to manage its revenue or its performance. For example, if you look at McDonald's, which is one of the case studies that we use throughout our program, is that they've broken down their revenue into three main categories, which is one is sale of goods and services, which is selling of food, selling of burgers and drinks. And then the second one is on the rental. So they have the property division, which manages and collect the rental. And the third one is on the royalties, the collection of royalties. So they're not putting all this together. Okay, when they're reporting, obviously they are reporting it as a whole in terms of revenue, but they segment those in terms of key drivers. So you get the food side, you get the rental side, and you get the royalty side, so that you are able to see which segment is performing well and which one is not performing, or you can compare each segment to see which one requires attention or which one needs improvement, or you can market it more. So that helps you to manage your business. So as an entrepreneur, you have a global figure for revenue that you're budgeting. But what you need to do is to break down that revenue into segments, different segments, but don't have more than 5 product segments. Okay, you can have, but it's not ideal. So have up to 5 product segments that you're going to report based on. So what you look at is to say you break down each segment, and then you look at distinguishable features of your product and services so that you will be able to separate your product and services. You can break down your product and services in terms of, let's say, maybe the geographic market. Let's say you are servicing the South African market, the African market, and maybe the European market. So when you're doing your projections, break down your product and services based on the geographic market. That's one way of doing it. Or if you are selling maybe a product, one is targeted at the low end, other one is maybe the high end. You can break them down in that way in terms of the targeted market. Let's say you're still servicing the South African market, but within the South African market, one product is targeting the low end and the other product is targeting the high end. So you need to separate the two when you're doing the projections or when you're preparing your financials, so that you will be able to see which product segment is performing better than the other. I'll give an example with ShopRite Checkers. So they have 2 market segment, or they break it down into 2, where you have a Checkers and then you have a ShopRite. ShopRite is mainly targeted at the low end, and Checkers is targeted at the high end. And it's just that with them, they separated the companies completely because they are large enough. But with your business, you can, within one company, have 2 different product segments. And then once you have 2 product segments, then even your marketing strategy or your production or the implementation or distribution strategy might be different for each segment. It might be one product, you're selling retail products, but there are certain brands which are targeted at a high end and certain brands that are targeted at low end. So how you operate, how you deliver those products will always be, not always, but it should be different so that you are able to target the specific market. So it's very, very important for entrepreneur to break down their revenue. We'll have a total revenue, as we discussed in the revenue section, which is the global figure for the organization. Then when it comes to the product breakdown, break down your product in terms of it can be either on features. Some product might have certain things, so you break down in terms of maybe size. It's one of the features that you can use to say you have large, you have medium, you have small, so that you can see which category of the product is moving. Once you break down into the features or geographic area or the market segment that you're targeting, so you monitor each product category in terms of the cost, in terms of the profitability, in terms of the growth, so that you'll be able to monitor your business performance. But that now, you need to take it into account when you're doing your projections. You need to break down your product or revenue projection in terms of your key product and services categories, so that you are able to project accurately, and you'll be able to identify which segment is not performing as it should, and then you'll be able to put the relevant strategies in place. In terms of product breakdown, it is important. The objective is, one, to be able to identify each product category and its performance, to be able to provide management with better information in terms of each product and its performance. And three, sometimes you want to expand as a business, but you don't have information in terms of which product category are you supposed to expand into. And then as well as overall understanding of the business performance. So breaking down your product services or your product into different categories, it will help you, will give you a better understanding of your business. And if you are developing a business plan as well, that will give your funders or your investors a better understanding of your business, to say this business, even though it is in training, but they can see the different categories of training that you are providing. One, it might be corporate, the other one might be general, to the general public. Maybe you are in finance or you are in social sciences, and you can categorize your products or your services in different categories, so that you give your investors or your stakeholders a better understanding of your business. Because if you just lump everything into your revenue, whoever is reading your business plan or who's reading information on your business might not understand your business fully. So it's critical for you, when you're doing your revenue projections or when you're managing or you're doing your reporting on your business, to break down your revenue into significant categories. But don't make too many categories. Rule of thumb is that you need to break down your revenue into product categories that contribute at least 10% of the total revenue. So group them into at least 10%. That's the minimum breakdown that you need, a principle that you need to apply when you're breaking down your product and services that you provide. But it's critical for you, or it's important for you, to break down your product and services, so that you can manage each product or service category depending on how it's performing and how the market is reacting to it. And now we're gonna go into our case studies, where we're showing in terms of the product breakdown. But as I discussed earlier, the main product for McDonald's is 1 on rental, 2 on royalties, 3 on sale of goods and services. So these are the 3 main product categories. And on AUI, they're just selling services to the Pentagon or to the US Defense. And then on Auckland A's, there are mainly 3 revenue streams, or the breakdown of their revenue is from sale of players, gate takings, and sponsorship and advertising. So those are the 3 main revenue. Here's the clip from the case studies. Enjoy it.
Product breakdown. Product breakdown is about breaking down your key products and services into main products and service categories, maximum of 5 categories. Here you group your products and services that have similar characteristics, either in price, operation, or consumption. Production breakdown is a breakdown of your revenue and produces a more detailed breakdown of your revenue.
McDonald's products and services could be broken down as follows: food sales, which are mainly burgers, fries, and drinks; royalties, royalty fees, marketing fees, and rent fees. Rebates on goods and products supplied to the franchisees. Burgers could be broken down further into beef and chicken products. Drinks could be broken down further into hot, soda, and desserts. AUI is in tendering business. AUI sells all kind of products to the Pentagon. They bid for whatever products the Pentagon wants. It may be difficult to break down the products any further because AUI's revenue is dependent on what the Pentagon wants.
The A's products and services could be broken down as follows: winning prizes, revenue from selling players, game ticket sales, sponsorship and advertisement, mainly by corporates. Different revenue categories, product breakdown, require different approaches to grow them. Identify your product breakdown and develop separate operational and marketing designs. Complete the assignment. Compare how the topic is addressed in the three movies and rank them according to your preference on how the characters and the organizations dealt with the topic and motivate your ranking, 1 being the best and 3 the worst. Analyze this topic and its applicability to your situation and industry. Write up your analysis to meet the requirement of the industry you're operating in. Update the relevant section in your business plan.